Okay, right. I'd like to introduce Bianca today, who's going to do the training for us, as she does every week. And we're going to start off with the pipeline, which is something new that we're introducing you to help you basically get this business going for yourselves. So Bianca, over to you.
Thank you, Derek, for this opportunity. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Great to see you here in the training session, Pattern for Success. We are putting together the pattern so that it is easy for you to do what you have to do to build your business. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight is the night is being set aside for invitation. And but we quickly want to show you a tool that we came across via our mastermind sessions that is being held by Boris, but more so, we started this weekend with what we call Coaching for Success sessions, where Boris is sharing some of the things that we do in the mastermind with you. So we had fantastic 2 days of information being shared, of which the one was Tim Sales telling us and sharing us with us the pipeline. Now, this tool, we've concluded this is the best tool that we can use within the network marketing space. You can actually use it in any business. If you've listened to Tim Sales, you know that um, it's whatever it is that he's sharing, it's actually applicable even to, with on your traditional businesses. But let's stick to why we are here and what we are doing. We are here to build our epic businesses. So I'm going to share my screen to just show you how this pipeline looks like. Okay, so there you go. So can everybody see my screen? I hope so. Uh,
It's still, yeah, we can see it.
all right. So obviously what has happened is in your window, you would type in the link, which is called pipelineboard.com. Now the pipelineboard.com, if you click on it, it will take you into a landing page for Tim Sales. Tim Sales, obviously, this is his brainchild. I mean, Trello, he's using Trello, but the pipeline, the way he structured it is his opportunity. It's his brainchild. So the idea here is that when you land on that page, you obviously will see that there's a button that allows you to download the pipeline for free. And when it downloads, it's obviously Trello, the software behind it. And what it will do is it will give you various boards, my pipeline board samples, and so on. You can pick any of those examples, and then what you do is you just change the name. You come in and you just change the name. I called this one my pipeline. And I started to change some of the things here just to make it a bit more centered to what we try to bring across. Like, for instance, I built a card. We call all of this is called a board. And these are cards that is sitting here. All of them are cards, but they obviously organized in a very neat and in a very neat manner, but also for you to be able to follow what the pipeline process is. So I've built in the first 30 days, which is something that we created that we want you guys to know. If you come in, then the 30 days is something that you would want to just be aware of. Every one of you will have to create it on your board. I created mine, but this is just, for me. If people feel that this is not for them, it's also good and well. What Tim Sales is trying to do here is he's trying to help you to put all your leads. This is now all the people on your contact list. You will bring them in here. And how do you do that? Well, you just add a card. So you click on this card, and all you do is you give the name. Maybe you put in Malcolm, and you say Malcolm Lee, and you add that card, and it's there. But obviously, if you want to bring in more information, you double click, and you can actually put in details about Malcolm Lee in this card. This card will remain there until you put it into an archive. But what is nice is after you've spoken to Lee, Malcolm Lee, you can actually bring it across and add it under your context. And in this context, there's different labels here, and these labels is what you can organize it the way you want. I mean, I would put in hot for somebody that I know that potentially is very excited, could be very excited about this. There's different labels. You can label yours. You can give names to your labels. We don't want to dictate to you. We just want to share the tool and tell you and show you how you can use this to improve your business. After Malcolm Lee has been, after you've put him under your context, you clear that this person is a, a potential prospect. You will then do the discovery. And obviously, as you do the discovery, you will then pin down the issue with Malcolm Lee. Malcolm Lee says that he wants to he wants to buy a new car, because his old car broke down. So you make a little note. You've got ample things that you can create here in this little card for Malcolm Lee, so that you remember who's Malcolm Lee. What was your conversation? You can even do a little description here, and you can also make an activity, like a three-way call that you guys agreed on a specific date for a three-way call, and all of that. And it saves automatically. Moment you click the X, it saves the information. And this is when you can then bring Malcolm Lee under discovery. Now, under discover or discovery, I obviously made a label here, IBO. With the discovery, I've discovered that he is, he most probably would want to be a scholar or an IBO. It could also go and sit under invitation. But you know what, guys? I just created these labels for myself. I'm still playing with the tool. I haven't, started using the tool. I'm playing with it because I want to make sure that I understand how the tool works. And then there's the invitation that I created as well. So how do you change these headings? You just double click on it, and you'll be able to be able to change these headings. So you can make different headings, and you can create different cards under these headings. So if you slide more to the right, you will see there's invitation, and then there's presentation. So in the pipeline, as the person is moving, you move this person under the specific under the specific category that you want the person to be. And then there's obviously other categories that you can create. It's all up to you. There's no limit to this. It's just that this tool makes it so much easier for you. So put up all your context here under leads. And then as you are engaging with this lead, you write a little note, and you move the person to the next category within your pipeline. I trust and hope that this is giving you some insight as to what we are trying to do here. This is just a tool, like I said. It is there for you to make use of. There's other tools like Asana or Asana. There's Monday.com. There's different project management tools that you can use. But, and you can actually use this for various businesses or different projects. A fantastic tool. Derek, I think this is a concluding Trello and the pipeline, the way we wanted to share with the team. So over to you.
Okay, thank you, Bianca. It might be worth actually opening up if people want to ask any questions about it.
All
Let
right.
me just let people unmute. If anyone wants to ask any questions about this, they can. Go ahead, just unmute yourself and then ask while we got this up. This is something new, so we're learning at the same time as well. Anybody at all?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So really, it looks like you're managing your list more effectively. Is that really what it's about?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So you keep all the results from your contacts and what happened, and you're managing to keep all of the results from your contacts and what you've done.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Even the conversations, a summary of the conversation that you had with your prospect, you know, and also as the relationship evolved in terms of, you know, in terms of the relationship evolving within Epic, you can even create extra categories, you know, this. You are not limited. And the nice thing is Trello Workspace is for free. You know, you don't pay for this tool. It is a free tool.
Yeah.
And so why not make use of it? The nice thing also, it's because it is web-based. You can go onto your phone. You don't necessarily have to go onto your laptop or your, you know, tablet, but you can actually go on your phone as well and access the information. So it's readily available.
It's very good. Yeah. So you could actually initially create your list on this then. So you could have a
Yes.
list of all your people and there'll be a separate tabs. Yeah. Okay, brilliant.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then you could have different types, like you said, hot, warm, parked, or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. So yeah, no, it looks good. It looks good. I think it takes a bit get used to. We might have to do a training session on it for people who are not techie, but otherwise it's looking good. Yeah, I think the whole thing looks quite good. So I'm glad we're becoming a bit more structured like this. Anyone else want to ask any questions about this before we move on?
Effectively, this is a Rolodex that is electronic, so you can save a lot of time really to organizing all these things. You just create a card and you start moving the card based on your exposures, or if people are not interested, you can put them on a basically 6 months later to revisit. It's mega powerful, and the fact that you can cover them, really choose who is a hot prospect, who is a cold prospect, and anything in the middle. It's very easy to navigate.
I mean, as you meet new people, this is brilliant. Just add them. I mean, I know we're not meeting people out in the wild world yet, but online we're meeting people, so we can actually add them as we go, which is really, really good. You don't forget things, because often in the past I used to collect people's cards and then I'd forget who they were and I met them, or
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
this way you've got it all there. You can even put a little reminder, the man with the funny hat or whatever.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. No, this is cool. I think it'll be good when we all start using this. It'll be good. Yeah, it's a good business tool, definitely.
Great. Thanks. I'll stop
Okay.
sharing.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, well now I think were we going to pass on to the video first
Yes.
that we've done about inviting. We're going to talk about inviting guys today. So we've done a little video for you, and then Renton's going to play that in a few seconds, and then we're gonna get on to the main topic after that. Whoops, is everyone there?
Yeah. Derek.
What's happened?
Hey.
My screen has vanished. I can't see anyone.
Yeah, because Renton took over.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. What have you done, Renton? Uh-oh. I can't see anything. Hold on. Let me see if I can find where I am. Let me get back control first of all. Right, I've got control back. Okay. So let's just go here. Right, okay, let me find you all. Right, Renton, have you got the, let me just unmute him, where has he gone? You can leave yourself unmuted, Renton, it's easier. Okay, unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Brilliant. Have you got the video ready, yeah?
Yeah, I've got it here.
Okay, let me just let you have screen share. Let's go sharing. Okay, you can start sharing.
Okay, I think I've got it here. There we go.
Okay, so now you've got your why and you're all fired up. You are so excited and you're going to make it happen. Your heart is beating fast and you just wanting to go for it.
Top left corner of the video.
Tell yourself that
On the other side, other side.
Sorry, yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
At Epic Trading. The next thing that you obviously will do is you will create the list, which I believe you've done, and then you will do the discovery. During the discovery, you then pick up that this person is telling you something similar like, my car broke down, I need to buy another car. Or he's saying, I want to send my kids to a private school. And most probably this is the opportunity for you to get him hooked. Not hooked in a wrong sense, but you get him to listen to you, to the opportunity that you want to present to you. Now, here's the biggest mistake that a lot of amateur network marketers do, or let me say, even the experienced network marketers, they bump their heads at this point. And this is where we say this is a crucial point that we don't want you to miss. We want you to have full understanding. When that opportunity presents itself, then this is when you will say to the person, hey, Joe, you know what? I hear what you are saying about you wanting to buy a new car. You know what? I actually think I've got a solution for you. Only if you are interested. Well, Joe will say one of two things. He would say, no, man, it's fine. I'm not interested. Or he might say, so what is it about? Now, this is the time when you will say, you know what, Joe? Joe, I'm not going to do justice to you, neither will I do justice to the opportunity by trying to explain it to you now. Let's make an appointment. Let's set an appointment that suits you. I've got in my diary Tuesday, 3 o'clock or 8 o'clock or Wednesday, 2 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Just tell me, would that suit you? And then that is when you get an appointment with John or with Joe. This is the opportunity time for you to set that appointment. You're not going to talk a little bit about Epic to create curiosity. You're also not going to talk too much about Epic and the business opportunity. You're also not going to let this person lead the conversation at this point. You are in control. You set the time. You give the time. And all that John needs to do is agree to it. Now, what will happen is at that time, hopefully you and your upline have agreed on a specific time and dates and time slots for you to do three-way calls. And this is what we want you to do is we don't want you to talk about Epic. We don't want you to explain the opportunity. We want you to get the person on a three-way call with your upline. And then this is the key thing that you need to remember, that the three-way call will create another opportunity to invite the person
to a presentation. So your upline will do a fantastic job. When you get onto the three-way call, you will first edify your upline, and then you will introduce John or Joe to your upline, and then you obviously will hand back to your upline, and he or she will take it further. And what you need to do is you just need to listen to how your upline is doing the three-way call. Okay, so here's the thing. Don't try and explain Epic. Don't try and plant a seed at that time. Your only purpose is to set a meeting or set an appointment time with your prospect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. That is interesting to hear that. And it's good to hear, actually, that recording will be available to you all, so you can actually find out more about how to do that. And also, hopefully, what I'm going to do now is pass you on to Renton in a minute. But just bear that in mind, guys, that we're actually talking about an invitation. So what that means from your point of view is that all you're doing is inviting someone to see. So it's really creating a curiosity without trying to explain too much. Now, what inevitably happens, and I've seen this happen, I've done it myself, everyone's done it. And I guarantee if you're not inviting people or not getting people to to the presentations or the three-way calls, it's because you've said too much. And I always ask people, yeah, okay, what did you say? Why? What did you say next? And every time I come to it, they told them something, or they say, well, they're not interested because they don't like network marketing. Well, how do they know it was network marketing? You must have said it. Or they're not interested. They think it's one of those things. How do they know it's one of those things? You must have said it. You see, the thing is, people will only know what you've told them. And it's important for you to understand that we really need to keep everything short, sharp, clear, even to the extent where you maybe need to write a script. And after Renton talks, I'll give you some ideas about what you can say to people. But you need to write these down, because people remember things that I say, but they don't always write them down. And consequently, when they go to say it, they say it different to what I've written down. So what I'd like to do now is pass over to Renton, who's a good friend of mine, a fellow chef, and we've been working in this industry for quite a while. So we understand the things. I'm letting you unmute at the moment, Renton, that's it. So what I'm going to do is pass over to Renton, where he can share some of his experience and ideas. He's really got it together. He's actually joining up people on a regular basis from different ways, and he's going to share with you some of those ways. So here goes. Renton, over to you.
Okay, thanks. Well, I just want to briefly sort of talk to you five or so minutes, so I don't take up too much time from other people. But I rate myself as quite good at contacting and inviting people to see the opportunity. So the thing is, you know, you might have gone through your friends, you might have gone through your family, who've told you all sorts of views that they have, which sometimes can be a little bit hurting to you. But you know, you've got to be strong, and if you focus on your reason why you're building this business, then you're going to know that you've got to go on to the next lot. So what I do is I set myself regular targets every single day, and I set the amount of time I'm going to do it. So it's when you get up in the morning, set yourself your daily goals. So I've done 5 today. So I've done 5 contacts, and you could do more if you want to, or you know, depending on your time scale commitments to it. But I've done 5 today, and so I can do it in real time. I just want to let you know what I've done. So this helps you to do the same thing. Now, I'm basically onto my warm/cold market, which means I've done the people I know really well. Actually, I haven't done all of them yet, but there's an unending list of names, and I just keep adding 10, take off 10, keep adding 5, take off 5. You know, so today, well, strange enough, I was talking to a lady today up in Birmingham, and I said, look, I'm here to help you, And can you tell me what's been going on? How many people have you spoken to? And she said 8. And I signed up on the 24th of December. And I've spoken to 8 people. So I said, have you managed to get anybody interested yet? Well, no, because I spoke to 8 people. I said, well, that's why, because the first 20 I spoke to weren't interested, and I got the next 2 or 3 signed up. So you're not going to get results from 8. So I've got to help people realize, and so have you, to realize that you're not going to do it by such small numbers. But my 5 today, I'm going to go through the 5 I've done today, and this is in real time, so I'm going to do it straight off my phone, okay, which I've got next to me. I've been talking to a police officer in Boston, and this is how my conversation started. So I haven't straight away sent him a link. He added me, and I think, if somebody adds you, it may be because they have an opportunity to offer you. But he said, how are you feeling today? I said, oh, you're in Boston. I'm from a city called Bath in the UK. And so far we escaped COVID. So I did a bit of small talk on that. And he said, well, the 3rd phase, well, we're still on the 2nd phase here in Boston, but there's no lockdown yet. So I said, actually, I love being at home, being furloughed, making a residual income. So he kind of thought to himself, what's residual income? So I said, so you're a police officer, right, Douglas? And I like to mention people's name. They like to hear their name put down. And he said, and I said, the police here have had a tough job. So I'm going through like a building up of a friendship here with them. I haven't spoken to about Epic. So yes, I'm due to retire soon. Bing. So for me, that's a signal that is he going to get the right amount of income from his retirement? So I hope to retire soon. I don't enjoy what I do anymore. Bing, another signal, because the media, BLM, and Antifa has turned it upside down. So these are the signals I'm getting from this chap I've been speaking to. So I said, yeah, I believe that. And actually, I left it. I sent it on, but I left it another day, right? So then I carried it on. Where do you live? And I said, a city of Bath in the southwest where crime is lower. So I'm building up a bit of a friendship here, trying to find a little bit out about him. And then, so I said, yes, well, when you retire, you must come and visit, and I'll give you a tour of Bath City. And he said, yeah, I've got all those things in mind. When I retire, I want to travel, I want to start enjoying my retirement and my benefits. So I've got the right signals. And now I'm pretty much ready to say what I want to say. Do you understand what I mean by that? So that's one. I did another one called Tony in Kenya, and yeah, I'm going to find that one. So yeah, this is quite an interesting one. He added me. I said, hi, good afternoon, my friend. How are you doing today? And how's life there? And I said, hi there. Do you know, have you got any knowledge on network marketing? So I went straight in on this one. Oh, I'm new to network marketing. How does it work? Well, that's a pretty good response. So I said, okay, I can take some time to explain, and I can introduce you to how it works. So that was another one. So that's just the start of that conversation, right? That's another one. I've got somebody called Shafiq in, Shafiq. Yeah. Okay, so he's added me. I don't know why. He's in Bunia. Has said, hello, happy to have you as a new friend. What do you do for income? I said to him, what is your job? Asking about him. And he told me. And I said, okay. And then I've left that for the time being. And I respected what he did. Another one from the Dem Republic. And what I said to this was, I messaged him and he said, I'm interested in what you do. Can you send me some information? So I said, I did. And he looked at it and I said, have you looked at it? Not yet, tomorrow. So I followed up and said, have you looked at it? And I said, look, I tell you what, I've only got 2 positions this week. So if you like what you saw and you want to get back to me, I can only give you 72 more hours. And I want to shut the case. I want I want to say, if you don't get back to me in 72 hours, I'm going to have to give the place to somebody else. And nobody likes anything taken back off them. So I said, I've got to give you 72 hours. I've got 2 positions this week I can give you. And that really is effective. So if you don't hear back from them that time, they're really not looking. Yeah, so that's that one. I've got one from another country, just blatantly said, I'm not interested, but I don't take no for an answer very easily. And I say, why are you not interested? He said, because I'm really keen on what I do with my internet marketing. I'm interested in that. And I said, well, if I could show you how to make 20,000 a month, would you be interested then? So I don't take no for an answer very easily. And if you don't get a response from that, so I've got a week, I can give you a place. I've got 2 places, one has gone, and I've got 1 place left by the end of the week. I contact another person called Mehmet. He's in Birmingham, but actually he's originally from Turkey. He's a medical professional. And he said, I'm tired out of my mind. I've been dealing with the COVID so much and I'm absolutely exhausted, but I'm not going to push him on it. I'm just making a friendship. But you do have to be careful who you're talking to, who you're contacting, you know, because there are some illegitimate type scammers out there. So be really careful. So I always ask what they liked about the video. I send them one of the short videos, then the presentation by Derek, and ask them what they liked about it. I asked them for a positive answer coming back. But I say to them always, I promise, I can't promise you anything. I'll try to fit into my team. I'll ask my team leader if we can fit you in. You know, it's a bit of a give, bit of a take back thing. And ask them what they like to see. But, you know, you must keep going with these things, because the more no's you get, the more closer you get into a yes. It's kind of, if you throw enough mud at the wall, some's going to stick. You know, so it's a matter of setting yourself a target, setting yourself a number you're going to do every day. And if you're busy, do 5. If you're not so busy, do 20. So really, that's a tip on how to do it. You know, it could be your email list, could be your LinkedIn, could be your Facebook, but that's what I do. And I hope that helps you to set goals and targets for the numbers you do. I think I've taken up enough time. I'm going to hand you back. Am I handing you back to Derek?
Yes, thank you, Renton. That was great. And again, there's a theme here, guys. You need to start thinking about this in the long-term fashion, not short-term. You can't get people to immediately say yes. So you're building up all the time. Every day, I'm making relationships with people, and then appointments. So today I had 3 appointments. One of the appointments was a Zoom call I had just before this. The guy had seen a presentation and was interested, and he just wanted to know a bit more, but he only saw half the presentation. He's a busy person. He's into marketing and advertising, and he works with a lot of charities down in London. Anyway, his way of actually getting me to meet him was to send me a link to his calendar. I made an appointment and there was a Zoom link. So I went straight onto the Zoom link. Now it's important to start with, you know, yesterday we did a training. Again, these trainings that we go to are very, very important because they do help. And had I not been on the training yesterday about the story, I probably wouldn't have said the things I said. And he was very, very warm to me. The first thing I said to him is, if you had only been with me, sitting with me in this chair on the last week of September, it was a completely different kettle of fish. I didn't even know whether I was actually going to have Christmas dinner. And he said, really, why? And I said, well, and then I went through my story. I explained that I'd actually joined a company to start work. I started on October the 1st. And then by October 2nd, I was actually made redundant. I didn't know till the following week whether I was going to be furloughed or not, because you have to be with a company for a certain amount of time before they furlough you. Luckily for me, a week later, the company actually said, we need you, so we're going to furlough you out of our own pockets. So I was actually, because I created a need in their business that they needed me to actually do it. So they furloughed me until the end of March. But the point here was I was able to tell this story to this man. And the other thing I do is I find relatable things. Now, in my case, you use what you can use. I'm actually a chef. I cook many, many dishes from all over the world. So I find something that's common. So, for example, I found out he's from Nigeria originally, and his mother's from Sierra Leone. And I talked about Nigerian food that I cook and I've cooked in the past. And he related to that. And because of that, we started forming a friendship, a bond. Now, at the end of the conversation, because he was off to rush, he said, look, I am going to join. I need to get out now. Send me some information and we'll talk again tomorrow. So I know after having had that conversation, he said the price point is right. He said there are a lot of companies charging, $300, $400 to just get started, whereas we're only charging, $135, which in the UK is nothing. I mean, I know in some other country it is. But that comes back to price point. Okay, if you're aiming for people who haven't got money, you're going to struggle. So what I'm saying then is that you can start looking from outside the UK, outside countries that you think people can't afford it, outside your circle of friends, if you like. Another person I spoke to in our group today was a lady who's not far off 600, found a 600. And I've explained how she can actually get some new people. So I got her to actually join some Facebook groups. And then I said, okay, write this down. And I got her to write down the exact words. And what I'll do is I'll tell you what I told her to write, because it's important, guys. Don't just listen to me, write this down, because these are certain things that are said. And if you put them in the right order, you can actually get a very good conversation going. Okay, so here it goes. Okay, so I said, join groups that you like. For example, I've joined walking groups, okay? I like walking, so I've joined walking groups. Do you know that in Facebook, if you actually go to the search bar and type groups and then type in what you like, you'll find that group in whatever country you want? Do you realize that you can actually go and type in walking groups in USA or walking groups in Chicago and make it even pin it down even more? You can decide what you want to do and who you want to join. Find things that you've got in common with other people. So in my case, in Renton's case, it's chefs. So, okay, so I asked her she's also been doing a bit of chefing with me. So I asked her to join a chef's group. So the first thing I asked her to put into her group was, okay, and here are the exact words. And I said, just copy and paste them so that you've got the questions in there. So the first thing she did was, how's everyone doing with COVID? Are you all still working or found other ways to make money? That's the first thing. Now, this is not designed to actually get people to pitch you. It's designed to start a conversation. Second question was, what are you all doing for money? What are you doing to survive with these hard times? She's just asking questions within the group. And then wait a bit, and then actually, see what responses are. And then at some stage, you can add this, and this is quite a powerful thing, right? Because you're now looking for a response. In most of these groups, you can't advertise businesses. So she said, did you hear about the chef in the UK? He's posted a video on how he's replaced his income in 10 weeks online. He's showing people in his video how he's done it, and then stop. And then what happens? One or two people say, well, where can I find the video? Now you can take them out of the group and talk to them personally on a one-to-one, and then just send them the link or introduce them, to actually see what the responses are. And this is what you're doing all the time, questions to get people to elicit some sort of answer, but not pitching. Try not to pitch. And then thanks for asking, but I've been told I can only, this is what she's told. Thanks for asking for the video, but I've been told I can only share this with 3 people. But they need to be open-minded. Are you open-minded? So she's actually asking the person to qualify him to receive the video. And then all she does is copy and paste. And then obviously the next bit is the follow-up and everything else, which we'll go on to next week. But the point I'm trying to make is, guys, you need to start learning how to converse with people, even on the chat. If you don't, then start it, because it's worth a lot of money to you. I've been in my cold market for a very long time. My warm market was worn out a long time ago. Most of the people who come into this business with me are not people I've known before. So it's important for you to understand that you can do this. And again, remember, and I'll go back to it, if you were with me in this seat in the last week of September, I didn't even know whether I was going to have a Christmas dinner. So what did I have? I had a big goal, and I knew I had to achieve a certain amount of things. And so I went to work to get what I wanted, and that was to have a decent Christmas dinner. And I'm so grateful to Boris for this and for allowing me to join him in his team. And again, that's what it's all about. So the last person I'd like to pass over to is Boris to have a few words, maybe. I'll just click on you. Thank you very much. Are you there, Boris?
Let me just make sure that the connectivity is good.
Okay.
Because I'm upstairs. How is everyone doing? Are you well?
Incredible.
Excellent. I mean, we had this evening an amazing training from Bianca, from Renton, from Derek. It's so powerful to see people working together in synergy and really exchanging ideas and helping each other, regardless basically who is in which team. And this is like the most rewarding thing in business, to see people coming together with a common purpose, working together with a common purpose, regardless of where they're based and on what team they are, and like growing together, supporting each other, empowering each other, achieving basically the goals and the dreams that they want to achieve. And it's only possible if every one of us is crystal clear that we have to transform ourselves. There is no, BS basically in us believing that someone else is going to build our business. We're the driving force behind our business and behind everything we touch. And every person that we're basically bringing on board, we have to train personally. We have to empower personally. There is like nobody can do the job for someone that is not doing their job. So it's really simple. It's a business of transformation, of personal transformation. It's a business of personal growth. But the beauty of this is that you have the environment that is here to support you, to help you, to empower you. And together this journey becomes fun. It's not like you're watching a video on your own and now somehow you're not encouraged, you're not empowered, you're not accountable basically to yourself. When you have a team, you're accountable basically to everything you do. These morning masterminds, imagine this, like if you have to wake up on your own to do certain things, exercise or personal development or anything, well, you may neglect it from time to time because it's on your own and like nobody is watching. But if you have people that are depending on you, you cannot neglect it. So I challenge every one of you to become accountable, lock arms with people that are already accountable to each other. This will help you to become super accountable. And as you start to go through the process, this will start to help you because initially it's hard. Anything we do initially is hard. Doesn't matter what it is. Any part of any job, any business, any relationship, initially is hard. But then as you do it longer and longer and longer, it becomes just part of who you are. Now I've been doing these masterminds 5 o'clock in the morning for more than a year. Now initially it was super uncomfortable. And initially it was just me and Michael. And some other people coming from time to time and like disappearing, coming and disappearing. And it's such a nice feeling to start to see more people committing. Because remember this, without commitment, nothing can flourish. And we all want to flourish and become better, but it's like it starts with commitment. And this commitment has to be not like for 5 minutes. I read a quote today, which was funny but true. As kids, we believe in Santa for about 8 years. And then as we become adults, we don't believe in ourselves for 10 seconds. So the same is true for commitment. We commit for a little bit, and then almost like we neglect, and then we try to commit again and then neglect, and nothing will work like this. No, even money cannot compound like this. No relationship can compound and get better like this. Nothing. But if we really want to change something for a better, we need to commit, and we need to understand that is basically our purpose and our vision. And our commitment can drive us every single day. And in the process, there is like certain things that we need to do. In this coming Saturday and Sunday, we're gonna have sessions. I saw Bianca has posted already. It says by invitation. Derek and few other people here, I think, are preparing people to do trainings. And I'll do one segment of probably 15 minutes with the most important thing for me, and I'll share all those things, and I think you're gonna get a lot of benefits from those things, because they're all part of this transformation from, you know, where I am to where I want to go, and what is required and why they're important to me. And but we want every one of you to participate. Doesn't matter if you're a week in the business or a month in the business or 2 or 3 months. We want this to be a platform for everyone to understand that we need to transform from followers to leaders, and we need to do it fast. And the same thing is, because it's transformation, the same thing is with, we want to transform our earning income into residual income, but it's all part of this transformation. And we need to understand it here before we can start to apply it and why it's important. Because unless I know why it's important to me, I'll not follow up. And if I don't follow up, anything I do for a little while, it doesn't have a lasting effect to the change that I want to see. So once again, I thank every one of you for investing your time tonight, because you could have been in so many different places, but you decided to come here to learn, to grow, and to have something to start to apply to get better. And that's the most important thing. 90% of success in this business is showing up. If you show up, you're gonna grow. It's like inevitable. And if you're basically doing this every single day, you grow faster than anyone around you that neglects basically those little things that people think they're not important. Everything is important, because everything compounds. So thank you very much for investing your time tonight. And thank you very much for all the leaders that are like putting these things together, working together every single day, because it's look from the outside, not big deal. No, there is a lot of work, a lot of efforts behind everything that you see. And it's like, it's so good because a lot of efforts went behind this. So I salute everyone that is involved basically in the process to make things better for everyone here in the team. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Boris. And also, I'd like to mention, guys, you know, yeah, the effort behind what Bianca and Renton and everything else is doing is really, really important to understand. But listen, we're not doing it for our benefit, because we're already starting to earn the residual income. We're doing it for your benefit, because we want you with us. We want you up here with us. We want you taking over the presentations. We want you starting to lead your teams. And the process starts with you watching presentations. I remember when I first watched a presentation many, many years ago, I kept going, and I'm thinking, why am I going? Why am I going? And then somebody says, have you started looking at it to learn it, to do it? And that's when it hit my head, you know, and I thought, yes, that's why I'm here. I'm here to watch, to learn, to do it. When you start doing what the people are teaching you to do and copy them and follow them, that's when it really, really becomes part of your business. When you start doing your first presentation, you know, it might be on a piece of paper, it might be on a card. It's easy enough to print off the slides and actually put them in a folder, you know, when we can meet each other on anywhere. But, you know, guys, it needs to start with you, and you need to really find out whether the reason you're doing this is important enough for you to do the things you need to do. Because if it isn't important enough, you won't do what's required. And that's where you'll turn around and say it's not working. It's not that the business doesn't work, because we've got 85,000, over 85,000 members currently. You know, think about it. Where did they come from? Did they just jump into it? No, they would have been contacted by somewhere. There were 3 people that initially started with the company, and those 3 have become 85,000, and it's going to be 100,000. Now, you either want to be part of that or not. It's up to you. You know, we've had a few people leave this month because of January and things like that. But so what? You know, if they decided that they don't want to be in it, they don't want their dreams to build this. You know, my goal is a lot bigger.
Derek is super important, by the way. You have to expect that people will leave. Like people are leaving jobs every single month. This is just the reality. In fact, the statistic is you have to be aware that from anything you do 100%, you're gonna have 80% death rate. And only the 20% will be the people that will grow with you, because only the 20% will commit like you to grow with you. Sorry, Derek, I just
no, that's so true. Yeah, that's a very, very good fact as well. 20% of the people will do 90% of the 80% of the work. And it's so true, because I know, because I've got the leaders, I've got 20% of the team are leaders, and the rest are just following. So don't be a follower, become a leader, start learning how to lead, and start doing what you need to do. If your dream's big enough, you'll do it. You know, that's the important thing I would say to you. If your dream's big enough, you'll do it. You know, I remember many years ago, and I think Andy remembers that. I remember he said that he remembers taking me across the stage at Wembley. I got up there, but I don't know if you remembered, I actually froze and didn't say anything, but my wife spoke on my behalf. You know, I've come a long way since then, and a lot of you can develop yourselves as well. You know, you need to have a reason why. When you've got the reason why, then the facts don't count. You'll just do it anyway. And we're here to help you. You know, don't think any of us are unapproachable. Every single one of us are approachable. Don't think just because we're up there earning money or whatever, we're special. We're not. We're just ordinary people. I'm a chef, you know. If I can do it, anyone can do it, really. So thank you very much for all turning up today.
Super important what Derek just mentioned. I don't know any other team. There is 80, whatever, 90,000 people, all different teams. I don't know any team that is as committed as this team for the growth of their people. I don't know any. No other team is doing presentations every single day. Training, presentations every single day. No other team I don't know that is doing like every day, like masterminds and personal and professional development, 7 days a week. Not a single one. Not in this company. I don't know in any company. So I want you to know that this is for you. I mean, we're doing this for us, but you can plug in and grow with us. We don't want you not to be part of the growth. We want you to grow with us. We want to grow faster with us. And that's important. But I want you to remember that we have everything put in place that you need. All you need to do is show up and grow up and become a leader as fast as possible. That's all you need to do. And then, you know, never give up. Because you're going to have people that will give up on their own dreams. As long as this doesn't shake you because someone basically changed their mind, or they were weak and not strong enough mentally as a character, as a leader, and they were able to be shaken like easily, make sure you don't become this person. Because only those that sustain and they grow in the business, they succeed in business. You don't gonna see any person that quits that reaches financial freedom, time freedom, and the things that they desire. They may change one company to another company, to another company, to another company, but what they cannot change is the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are who you are becoming every day. You cannot cheat on this. Regardless if someone is watching or not, you cannot cheat on this. If you cheat on this, you're cheating on yourself. You're not cheating on your sponsor or anyone else. So remember this. Keep showing up, keep growing. You have an exceptional leadership here, exceptional, that are totally committed to your growth and to your success. And if you just follow them and you become part of almost like this council, and you want to participate and add your value, your contribution, we'll welcome you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Boris. And before I go, I'd like to just say one thing, right? Does this opportunity work? Yes. I think you've all seen that it works. First of all, you've got to decide, will it work for you? And are you going to do it? That's all you've got to do. And if you stick with us, we'll help you get there. Because one thing Boris said there, which is so true, this is the only team that is doing what we're doing, because we're noticed. We're being noticed by the people at the top. We're about 50 levels below Cedric. Cedric came into our team to do a training a few weeks ago. Think about that. He's the master distributor. The guy's noticing what's going on down here. At one stage, just before January, we had 26 people joining a day. That's a lot of excitement. So last word from Renton before I go.
Yeah, okay, just to close off, I just want to say, do you know what? I've been in a few network marketing businesses, but I'll tell you what makes you stick in this is the support you get. And if there's so many that just sign you up and the person that's helping you just disappears. But I've got to say, Derek has been on the end of the phone, virtually, like he was in the shower this morning, and he said, I want to go and have a shower. And I said, well, can you wait a minute? I need to talk to you. And I said, right, go and have your shower. And this is what's really important about this industry, is that you get somebody who's going to listen to you, support you, and help you. And I've been involved in somewhere I've just had no help. Not that I really need that sort of thing, but you just need a friend. And Derek's been a friend, he's been a mentor, and he's been a great support. And so has Boris. And like exactly what Boris was saying, this is pretty unique what we've got here, that we've got friends. And above all else, we're having really good fun. You know, it's a fun thing to do. And we're serious about building our business. I've become friends with Bianca, Boris. We're having a great time. You just got to enjoy it. It doesn't matter if it takes you 2 years or 5 years. Your career is going to take you 45. So just stick with it. Don't quit. Keep going and have fun. Thanks, guys. That's all I want to say.
Thanks, and good evening. With that being said, let's all say good night and see you again soon. Bye, everyone.